I never understood how a single woman could freeze an entire office with just one look. But Victoria Hale had that kind of power. Everyone feared her. Her voice, her standards, her silence. But today, none of that mattered. Today, I was standing in the break room, staring at the message she left me. The one that shattered whatever was left of my pride. I trusted you, Ethan. You were different, or so I thought. My hands shook as I read her words again. The worst part wasn't her anger. It was the disappointment underneath it. I had been betrayed before. By colleagues who mocked me. By friends who used me. By a woman I once loved who made me feel small. I thought I had built enough walls to never feel this kind of pain again. But Victoria somehow found her way inside. I could still hear Lucas Grant's laugh echoing in my memory. He was the first one who told me I'd never fit in here. And he was the one who twisted my harmless words into something ugly. Something he delivered straight to Victoria. I thought she'd tear me apart. I thought she'd fire me. Instead, she did something worse. She looked at me like she didn't recognize me anymore. And then she said the last thing I expected. That she wished she had never trusted me at all. That was the moment I realized the truth. Someone wanted to destroy me. And they had finally succeeded. When I first joined Hale and Company, everyone warned me about Victoria Hale. Don't look her in the eye, one guy told me. She fired a manager over a typo. Someone else whispered. I tried to laugh it off. But the fear in their voices made my stomach twist. So on my first morning, when Victoria walked past me, heels sharp against the floor, I froze. She didn't glare. She didn't scold me. She just paused and looked at me like she was trying to read my thoughts. Ethan Cole, right? She said. Yes, ma'am. Welcome. I expect good work. Her tone was firm, but not cruel. Lucas Grant leaned close the moment she walked away. Interesting, he muttered. She's never that warm. You must be special. I'm not, I said quickly. He smirked. Sure. I tried to ignore him, but the looks people gave me all morning made my skin burn. By the time we walked into the afternoon strategy meeting, the room felt like a pit of silent judgment. Victoria stood at the front. Let's begin, she said. Her voice was cold steel. For 30 minutes, no one spoke unless she asked a direct question. I took notes, trying to blend in, but then she turned her eyes on me. Ethan, what's your view on the proposal? My heart slammed against my ribs. My view? Yes. Share it. I swallowed. I think the plan works, but the numbers are off. If we push the rollout too fast, we'll lose the smaller clients. The room went dead silent. Victoria stepped closer. Explain. I forced myself to breathe. We need more testing time. Another week. Maybe 2. It's safer. A long moment passed. Then she nodded once. Good. That's the first honest answer I've heard today. People shifted in their seats. Lucas shot me a glare sharp enough to cut glass. After the meeting, he shoved a folder into my hands. Congrats, he said. You've got fans now. I wasn't trying to impress her. I said. Doesn't matter. Everyone thinks you did. He leaned closer, whispering like poison. And trust me, Ethan, this place eats favorites alive. I'm not anyone's favorite, I said. He chuckled. Keep telling yourself that. When he walked off, the weight of his words settled on me. I didn't understand why Victoria listened to me, or why she looked at me with something softer than her usual frost. But I knew one thing for sure. Lucas wasn't just jealous. He was planning something. Right after the meeting ended, Victoria stopped me by the door. She said, Ethan, walk with me for a moment. My stomach flipped, and I followed her down the hall. Everyone stared like I was walking to my own funeral. When we turned the corner, she spoke softly. You were honest in there, she said. Most people just say what they think I want. I said, I just told the truth. She nodded. That's rare here. Her voice wasn't cold anymore. It almost felt warm. I didn't know what to say. She looked at me like she expected something. I asked, Why does honesty matter so much to you? She whispered. Because people lie to me every day. Before I could answer, Olivia Brooks rounded the corner. Her eyes went wide when she saw us standing close. Mason Reed walked behind her and almost dropped his coffee. He whispered, "No way she's talking to him again." Victoria didn't notice them, but I did. I said, "People will talk." She shrugged. "Let them. I know what I value." Her confidence shook me more than her cold tone ever did. When we returned to the office floor, whispers hit me fast. Olivia leaned toward Mason. He must be kissing up to her. Mason said, "No one gets that kind of attention for nothing." I felt heat crawl up my neck. Victoria turned to me and said, "Ignore them." I asked, "Why me? You barely know me." She breathed out slowly. "Because you remind me of who I used to be." The words hit harder than they should have. I asked, "Did something happen?" She said, "People changed when I moved up. Friends turned fake." I said, "I get that more than you think." She looked at me with a soft, tired smile. "Then maybe we understand each other," she said. For a moment, I forgot she scared the whole office. I only saw a woman who carried too many burdens. When I got back to my desk, the mood changed fast. Olivia hissed to Mason, "He's trying to get promoted." Mason said, "Watch. He's going to use her." My chest tightened, but I stayed quiet. Then I heard Olivia whisper something colder. "Let's twist it. People will believe anything about him." Mason said, "Yeah, let's make sure he doesn't rise too fast." A chill ran down my spine. I realized their plan wasn't small gossip, it was an attack. And I knew the kindness Victoria showed me had just put a target on my back. I sat down, trying to steady my breathing. I whispered, "This is getting out of control." But deep inside, I felt something else growing too. A pull toward Victoria, like I wanted to protect her. The next morning, the office felt wrong the moment I walked in. People stared like I carried a virus. I heard whispers, fast, sharp, ugly. "He's sleeping with her," someone said. "He leaked the report," another voice added. I froze. What are they talking about? I whispered to myself. Lucas walked up with a fake worried look. "Rough day, man," he asked. "What's going on?" I said. He sighed. "People are saying things." "Look, I'm just trying to help." "Help with what?" I asked. "That story about you and Victoria," he said softly, "plus the one about the leak." "I didn't leak anything," I snapped. I know," he said, raising his hands. "But people love drama." My chest tightened. "Lucas, did you start this?" He shook his head. "Of course not. I'm your friend." His smile didn't reach his eyes. Before I could push further, Olivia Brooks rushed over. Her voice shook. "Ethan, be careful." "What do you mean?" I asked. She looked around like she expected someone to grab her. "I heard Lucas talking to people yesterday. Lucas cut in fast. "Olivia, don't start." She backed away like he slapped her. "I'm sorry," she whispered and hurried off. I faced him. "What did you do?" He leaned close. "Nothing you can prove." Anger burned through me, but I forced myself to walk away. I tried to work, but every whisper stabbed me. He mocked her. He called her cold. He said she acts like a queen. None of it was true. I never said any of that. Then Victoria's door opened. "Ethan," she said. "Inside." My heart sank. I followed her into the office. The door clicked shut behind me. She stood by the window, arms crossed. "I need to ask you something," she said. "Ask," I whispered. "Did you say anything negative about me?" I felt the floor shift. "What? No." Her eyes stayed cold. "Someone told me you mocked me yesterday. They said you called me heartless." "I never said that," I said, louder than I meant. She didn't raise her voice. That made it worse. "Ethan, I'm not accusing you. I just want the truth." "I am telling the truth," I said. "Someone is lying." She looked down. I trusted your honesty. That's why this hurts. The word hurts cut through me. I stepped closer. Victoria, listen. I respect you. I never said anything like that. Her jaw tightened. Then why would someone tell me you did? I don't know, I said. But someone wants me gone. She closed her eyes for a second. This office is full of people who want power. I deal with lies every day. I just didn't expect them to involve you. I said, let me fix this. You can't, she whispered. The damage is already spreading. Her voice was soft, but the distance in her eyes felt like a wall slamming shut. I didn't betray you, I said. You have to believe me. I want to, she said quietly. Want, not do. That single word broke something inside me. She dismissed me with a small nod. I walked out, feeling hollow. People watched me like vultures. I finally understood the truth. Someone wasn't just spreading rumors. Someone was hunting me, and they wanted Victoria to be the weapon. Lunch was supposed to give me a break, but Lucas cornered me before I could even sit down. He blocked the doorway with a fake smile. Ethan, we need to clear the air, he said. I frowned. About what? About the rumors, he said. People think you hate Victoria. I know it's not true. Come on, man. Talk to me. I didn't trust him, but part of me was desperate for one calm moment. I sighed. Fine. What do you want to know? He lowered his voice. What do you really think of her? I shook my head. She's strict, but she's fair. That all? He asked. Yes, I said. I respect her. He smirked. So you're not scared of her? I mean, everyone is, I said. But I think she's under pressure. That's all. Pressure, he repeated. Interesting. I didn't notice he had slipped his phone into his pocket at an odd angle. I should have. I rubbed my forehead. Lucas, I don't want trouble. He patted my shoulder. Relax. I'm helping you. I didn't believe him, but I didn't think he would sink lower than he already had. I was wrong. An hour later, Daniel Cross, the HR manager, walked up to my desk with a hard stare. Ethan. Office. Now. My stomach dropped. Daniel, what happened? Save it, he said. Inside. I followed him into the HR room. He pulled up an audio file and pressed play without saying another word. My own voice filled the room. She's under pressure. Everyone is scared of her. Lucas' voice chimed in but twisted. So you're saying she's unstable? My voice again. That's all. Cut. Edit. Clip. Daniel paused it. This doesn't look good, Ethan. That's not what I said. I whispered. He twisted it. You can hear the cuts. He crossed his arms. Victoria heard it. She's the one who sent it to me. Pain shot through my chest. Where is she? Daniel didn't answer. I ran straight to her office. My palms were sweating. When I stepped inside, she stood by her desk, holding her phone like it weighed 1,000 pounds. Victoria, I can explain, I said. Her eyes lifted slowly. They weren't angry. They were broken. Ethan, why? She whispered. I shook my head fast. I didn't say those things. Lucas edited. I thought I finally found someone who wasn't trying to hurt me, she said. Her voice cracked, and it hit me like a knife. Victoria, listen, please. She stepped back as if my words could burn her. You told him I scare everyone. You told him I'm under pressure like I'm weak. No, I said. I wasn't mocking you. I was trying to defend you. Tears filled her eyes, but she blinked them away before they could fall. She hated being vulnerable. I knew that now. I trusted your honesty, she whispered. I trusted you. I moved closer. I swear on my life, Victoria, Lucas trapped me. He set me up. He wanted this. She shook her head. I don't know what to believe anymore. Then believe me, I begged. Please. For a moment, I thought she might. Then something inside her shut down. Her shoulders stiffened. Her eyes went cold. Ethan, I can't do this right now. Those words hurt more than a punch. I tried again. Victoria. She turned away and walked past me. Please leave. When she opened the door, Lucas stood right outside, leaning on the wall with a smug grin. He didn't say a word. He didn't need to. Victoria walked down the hall without looking back. Lucas stepped in front of me and whispered, "Told you. Favorites don't last long here." My fist shook, but I couldn't move. I watched her disappear, feeling something inside me collapse. I finally understood. Lucas didn't just stab me in the back. He made sure Victoria held the knife. The next few days felt like a slow death. Every time I walked into the office, people turned away. No one spoke to me unless they had to. I felt their eyes cutting into me, whispering that I was a traitor. I tried to breathe through it, but my chest stayed tight, like someone was pressing down on my ribs. At one point, I sat alone in the empty break room, staring at the cold coffee in my hands. I didn't do anything wrong, I whispered to myself, but even I didn't sound convinced. I heard a soft voice behind me. "I know you didn't." I turned and saw Nina Carter standing in the doorway. She was the quietest person in the office, always watching, never talking. "Nina," I asked, "why are you here?" She walked closer and lowered her voice. "I saw Lucas." My heart jumped. "What did you see?" She hesitated, looking around. He was in a meeting room 2 days ago. He had audio files open and he was cutting them. She looked me straight in the eyes. "I know he edited your voice." I stood up fast. "Why didn't you tell anyone?" She sighed. "I'm scared of him. Everyone is. But I couldn't watch you fall apart anymore." Her words hit me deep. "Thank you," I said quietly. "You have no idea what this means." She nodded, almost shy. "You didn't deserve this." I rubbed my face. "I need to talk to Victoria." "Be careful," Nina said. "She's hurt, and Lucas keeps going near her office." "Yeah," I muttered. "I noticed." I found the courage to walk to Victoria's door. My hand shook as I knocked. Her voice was calm but distant. "Come in." I stepped inside. She didn't look up from her laptop. "Ethan, I'm busy." "I need to talk to you," I said. She sighed, closed her laptop, and finally met my eyes. There was no warmth there, only pain. "What is it?" "I didn't betray you," I said. "Lucas edited the audio. Nina saw him." Victoria looked down, rubbing her fingers together like she was trying to hold herself still. "Ethan, even if that's true, I can't take sides without proof." "I'm telling the truth," I said, voice shaking. "I want to believe you," she whispered. "But trust is fragile. Once it cracks, it doesn't come back the same." Her words felt like a punch. "Victoria, I care about you. More than I should. That's why this hurts." She flinched. "Don't say that." "Why not?" I said. "You think I'd risk everything to mock you?" "I don't know what to think," she said. "Not anymore." I stepped forward. "Let me fix this." She shook her head. "I can't let myself trust you again. Not until I know the truth." The air between us felt heavy and cold. I took a breath that didn't reach my lungs. "Okay," I whispered. "I get it." She opened her laptop again. "Please respect my space, Ethan." That sentence broke me more than her anger ever could. I walked out of her office feeling hollow, like someone had scooped everything out of me and left nothing behind. Back at my desk, I stared at my screen without seeing anything. I thought about Victoria's voice cracking, about the way she couldn't even look at me without hurting. I hated that Lucas caused all of this. I hated that I let him. My hands curled into fists. "No more," I whispered. "I'm done being quiet." For the first time since everything fell apart, a spark lit inside me. Small, but bright. I wasn't going to let Lucas win.